Alright everyone, and welcome back to Sounds of a Laugh. Let's go right back to where we left off last time. My stomach is feeling a bit better now, but not great either. Still 2 days left to my x-ray, but before that, it's Sunday today, so tomorrow is Monday, and I've gotta go panic at a disco concert, so... Yup. Great, isn't it? And in the morning of the next day, on Tuesday morning, so I'm coming home at around 1 AM. Fly from Monday to Tuesday, the concert. I'm home at 1 AM, and at 9 AM I've gotta be at the doctor's. And I have to be sober. And with sober I mean no food, no drinking. So, it's gonna be hilarious. Food is not the problem, drinking after a concert definitely I will be. I'm not allowed to, but I'm gonna be fucked. I'm just gonna be fucked. But I don't know too many songs to sing along with in the first place, but don't tell anyone this. I'm just gonna sing Empire Wears New Clothes pretty loud, and that's gonna be it. There's some other songs I know as well, but not as well as this one song. Everyone's gonna be like, Alright, Saints, not tragedies. Yeah. Emperor's New Clothes. Also know High Hopes and House Built of Memories. And I also know the name of the other songs, but let's go into the game, okay? There's Jimmers. My glasses. There's Jimmers in the air, sporadically throughout the classroom, giving the day a sense of form as autumn sunlight shines through the windows. All too much of a contrast with the bitter cold of the morning, leaving me with a feeling of unease as the issues with Sivi still linger around my mind. Having left her not too long ago to get to class, we separated on a sour note. Neither of us really saying anything, but our feelings were so similar. Months of sadness, sorrow, and general awkwardness. Getting her to come to school was one thing, but for her to open up to me again would be a completely different challenge. I'm going to make this day work, one way or another. I'll have to force her to talk to me, no matter how inconsiderate it sounds. Pulling my body backwards, I stretched to alleviate the pain in my shoulders. Today's going to be long, but I've gotten through lessons before just thinking about Siri. Thing is, there's a lot more to think about now, including my feelings. We love her. Easy as that. Ta-da, we did it. The chimes of the school bell jolt me up from the slumped position of my chair. It's lunchtime, so getting outside as soon as possible is a priority. I want to meet Siri outside the class for once. Springing up, I grab my bag and swiftly push my items into it in a disordered manner. These are things I have no time to be concerned about. I managed to be one of the first people out of the class, but it's expected that those who sit near the front will always have the upper hand. Siri's class isn't much of a distance away. It seems that the class is still inside. Everyone in our year group is on the same corridor, so it's unsurprising to find myself joining the usual crowds who wait outside the other classes for their friends to come out. One by one, people flock out of the classroom. The entire event is quite a scene. It's already been about 5 minutes since the lunch bell rang. Just how important was the lesson? In time, the sight of Siri greets my eyes once again. She still looks like she is depressed as fuck. Since this morning, hurts to see. Hey Siri, will we go have lunch together? I'm not sure if this boy knows what he is doing, let's be honest. Sorry, I need to catch up with some work. I'm going to be a friend. As soon as I open my mouth, she seemed to go into a state of shock. Her words sounds untruthful, so she forced out the first excuse she could think of. Impressing as it is, the reality is that I'm the only person she speaks to in the school. She won't have the audacity to copy off someone with her class. If she's not ready to speak, that's fine. The entire action itself going back on what I previously decided upon earlier. Forcing her to speak to me would probably send her in another state of shock. I don't know, let her go for now. Alright, Siri, we're gonna buy it. turn around, leaving Siri behind me as she joined the students from her class heading towards the cafeteria. Whether Siri wanted me to object or not, I'm unsure. However, she won't be able to get away from me this easily. Letting our friendship dissipate like this isn't something I want to allow. I found myself sitting in the cafeteria, clutching a sandwich in my hand. A little earlier, the guy sitting in front of me got into a fight with one of the younger students over who'd get the last beef sandwich. I'm not really sure why these things are so popular. You enjoying that sandwich? You better be. I was wounded pretty bad back there. He didn't even touch you. Can't you just let me pretend for a minute, mate? School is pretty boring. To be honest, he is right. Trying to sit here without Siri is quite agonizing. It's a stressful experience putting my entire state of mind into flurry. Even for yesterday I sat alone in class, being here with this guy is much better at all. Are you listening, mate? Wait, well, can you repeat yourself? I was saying, what if they introduced lamb to these school sandwiches? There's plenty of sheep in Wales, aren't there? I wouldn't know. I've never been. I'm not even Welsh. Neither have I, man. Just a thought, you know. Seems this guy's pretty interested in the sandwiches. The birthings to signal the end of lunch causing me to feel more depressed as I now have to face afternoon lessons. Whilst listening to the mundane talk of my classmate, I decided to try again with Siri. The idea is to walk her home, pretty bold in itself, but enough of fact she's not going to be compliant. Taking her out by hand is one option, although the action seems really dodgy and disrespectful to her. In a way, it might show her how much effort I'll put into being there to support her. What could go wrong? Sentence always said before disaster. The classroom is filled with a uniform aura of apathy. It slowly drags on towards the final few minutes. Thinking back of my idea from earlier, I need to find a way to be able to get out before Siri. Can't be guaranteed that the class will get let out late again, so I really don't want to miss her. Raising my hand, I eagerly wait for the teacher to notice, asking to be excused for the restroom, and undoubtedly the best way to be the first one out of the class. About 5 minutes until the lesson ends, so there shouldn't be really a problem. Boy, I don't know about that, but boy, in the last 5 lessons of school, teachers gonna be like, it's the last 5, they know, it's the last 5 minutes, we're not letting you out. It's like the most teacher thing to do in the middle of class, yes, but at the start of the class and in the end of the class, they're giving you a lot of shit for wanting to go to PE. It's like, nope, you're not going to. And how would you leave with your backpack? You would be like, where the fuck are you going? What the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he would not let you out at all. I don't know if you've ever been going to a school, but damn. Yes, Sonny. Oh, that was the wrong voice. Excuse me, miss. May I please be excused for a restroom break? Go ahead, Sonny. Seems the teacher herself is quite apathic towards her own lesson, sending me off in a tired and indifferent manner. I leave the classroom behind me, some classmates looking shocked after realizing my plan to get out of class before them. Turning down the corridor, I walk slowly towards Siri's classroom. This time she's not getting away so easily. The bell rings to officially end everyone's school day. I've been waiting here for a few minutes, so in order to use up some time, I bought myself a drink. Oh yes, nice classroom. This teacher will totally not notice or something like this. Yeah. This could be stupider than I thought, but alright. People begin to walk down the corridor. I toss my can in the bin and continue to wait for Siri's class to come through the doors. Surprisingly, this time Siri is one of the first people to get out of the class. Perhaps she wanted to prevent a repetition of the events of lunch, getting out early so she could avoid me. Unfortunately for her though, as soon as the chance arises, I grab her by the hand and make my way down the corridor with her head at a quick pace. Her trailing behind me with an extraordinary sense of embarrassment, once which break new boundaries. You just... Silly, what the fuck are you doing, boy? You fucking shithead, you just got my head like this and dragged me along the fucking corridor? Are you fucking crazy? I'm gonna slap you in the head with a pen. I'm walking you home. What? Even I would be confused, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Damn. Confused, Sylvie continues to stumble over her words as I take her with me down the corridor. Despite being able to let go of my hand, she shows no restraint as she allows herself to be taken with me. Oh god, boy, what the fuck is wrong with you? As we move, I notice a few stares and smile from various people from my year group. Even sounds of light-hearted laughter can be heard. Hell yeah, boy! Oh my god, those two! Oh yeah, let's go, those two shy guys! Oh my god, I bet they're fucking all night! Oh yeah, let's go! Different to how C was treated before, I can only assume that they find events funny, in a friendly manner. Where are we going? Your house? Told you I'm walking you home, didn't I? You know you're still holding her hand and shit. Saying that, both of us are almost running as we pace towards the school's exit. Not as speed definable as walking. I'm still taking her back to her house. Students move swiftly out of our way as we go outside, going through the school gates onto the road. The pair of us receiving the same odd looks as giggles as we finally break from the school ground. I let up my grip of Stevie's hands and the entire action is embarrassing. Also the fact that running out of school had caused us both to sweat lightly. We can trust Stevie not to run off now, so we both slow down into a brisk walk as we take on the journey back to her house. So, did you manage to catch up with your work? What are you talking about? Oh, that was I. He's such a bad liar, Jesus Christ. You've gotta learn from the best. Who was forced to lie because if he didn't lie, he was getting a whooping, and if he lied, he was not getting a whooping. That's why I'm such a notorious liar. Flustered Sylvie walks behind me. She tries her best to let out her words. The sight causes me to laugh, knowing that I've seen through her lie. It's this sort of experience that I'd longed for. You're pretty cute. So, saying that, just every time she's just like, oh, you're pretty cute. Saying that, Sylvie ramps up her levels of befuddlement, causing me to lose myself in adorable trance. I only told her the truth. What? You really think? So? Really? Sorry, I had to let out some air there. Her face is ablaze with emotion as she looks towards me with a hot blush, fiddling with her hair as it entwines around her fingers. Thank you. She meekly clasps her right arm as we continue walking down the road in a state close to silence. Neither of us decided to continue conversation. The real fact is that Sylvie still isn't feeling good inside. Trying to force her into a state of happiness will just make things worse. I'm fine with being able to come this far with her. Walking down a street lit up by the afternoon sun. Yes, totally the afternoon sun as we haven't seen before, a real afternoon sun, but okay. This is something I've always wanted to do with Sylvie. Being there for her, being with her, brings my feelings for her into question. Boy, I am going to slap you. You're gonna say we love you. That's the end of the story. We're gonna kiss her, and that's the end. The end. Boy, shut the fuck up. Our steps are in sync as the two of us walk side by side down a street which now quite familiar to me. Accompanying Sylvie on their way home may have seemed like a brash thing to do. The idea itself established rather hastily. my eyes. Something's in my right eye, I swear to God. However, being here with her after spending yesterday in a state of worry gives me a sense of relief. The issues that caused this are still present to her, but showing Siri that she doesn't have to go through it alone is enough of a reason for my actions. We find ourselves idling in front of her house, neither of us really wanting to start the traditional words of farewell. Siri takes the lead despite being rather reserved throughout the day. You. I'm sorry about earlier. I just needed some time alone to think. It's been hard recently. It's alright, Siri. Siri is still bearing the weight of uncertainty as she faces the chance of having to leave everything and everyone she's left behind to move away. And from what her father had told me, the distance between her and what she cherishes would be quite extraordinary. Remember, Siri, you have people who are there for you, even if it's the two people she's likely to be leaving behind. I know. You've been a grateful friend to me. That's why it's hard. Siri saying that, the door of the house opens wide, despite neither of us reaching out for the handle. Standing before us is Siri's father. What the fuck are you doing with my daughter? Clap the fingers off her. I heard about from school that you have been dragging her, like kidnapping her. What the fucking hell? Not just kidding. The best man my girl ever had. Still, we touch her. I'm gonna kill you. Standing before us is Siri's father, sporting a smile which I can only describe as uneasy. Both of us know the situation Siri's in, and both of us are trying our hardest to deal with it. Thought I heard someone speaking outside. Come on in, Sonny. You're more than welcome to stay for dinner. Huh? Mr. Irwood wastes no time trying to get me inside of his house. All I can assume is that he has something he wants to discuss with me. I can do more than guess what it is he wants to talk about. That response comes straight from her. Siri, still somehow shocked at her father's invitation, held behind me as I stepped forward into her house. You coming inside, Siri? Yes? Strange that a man has to ask his own daughter if she's going to enter their own house. I guess it is. But it's not something I would expect happening with Siri. Versions are quite adorable. Dispelling the train of thought, I divert my attention back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, knowing that there's still a large uncertainty that hangs over us. As Mr. Irwood and I walk further through the hall, Siri stands behind us and speaks out to us. I need to put some things away upstairs. I'll come back down in a minute. Rushing off quickly up the stairs, Siri leaves her father and I alone in the hallway. Time to talk. Well, the two of us can still go through the dining room. You want a beer? I know you're below the Japanese drinking age, but the laws are different in my house. Yeah, sure, why not? Boy, I like you now. You're an idiot. At least you're drinking beer. I like you a little bit more now. Boy, like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah. Just still going to school drinking beer. Oh my god, that reminds me of myself. To be fair, I was in the legal drinking age when I was in school, because the legal drinking age is 16. 16 bitches, suck it up. Doesn't mean I drank before the legal age, but that doesn't matter, okay? You never heard this. Kidding. Or am I? We never know. Okay, willingly accepting his offer, the two of us walk into the dining room, both of us knowing what's on the other's mind. Sitting down, both of us are reluctant to start the conversation. God damn it. Siri could come down any minute. It wouldn't be pretty for her to hear us talking about her behind her back. Still, the thought is something I have to neglect. Avoiding this conversation is what I want to do. So, you been any better? He's still pretty upset. His voice has a certain firmness that seems unfitting for the discussion, as in the fact that Siri's in emotional distress doesn't concern him. think she likes you, you know. The thought of having to leave you doesn't sit well with her. What? What? Who would have guessed? I would have never guessed it. Jesus, really? Of course. You boy, are you stupid? What? How are you? What about this? This is what? Huh? What is this boy thinking? I don't need to save because he's an idiot. And he's an idiot if he didn't know that. Because huh? Are you stupid, boy? She likes you. You are the only person who is kind to her. Of course, oh my god. I'm an asshole. I just realized I'm an asshole in real life. I mean, I already know that. But damn. Now it's gonna hit me every time, doesn't it? I'm an asshole in real life. Anyway. This dude is an idiot. Let's keep going with the story. What? Repeating my thoughts aloud as they blinded Mr. Irwood, who sits in front of me with a smile. He did just suggest she likes me. In what ways is he suggesting? Oh, I wonder the fuck, boy. We all know what she's feeling. We know what you are feeling. We know what the dad is thinking. We know what our parents are thinking. Fucking everyone knows what you're thinking, except maybe yourself, apparently, for fucking a plot or something. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Don't do this to old Sunny Wolf. Don't do this to the Sunny Wolf. Please. Just come on. I mean, that she's upset that she'd have to leave you. No. The part before that. And I'm just suggesting it's serious a question, you. Who would have thought? Jesus Christ. I didn't see that part coming. I thought this was a game about sci-fi aliens invading the Earth. You know, there's a times in a girl's life where they find someone they like. That's the way it is for everyone. This guy really telling me that his daughter fancies me? Hearing it is quite a shock, especially from him, her own father. What's rushed through my head is to think over my relationship with Stevie. Idiot! Stevie's action towards me have never been quite confident. She's always seemed embarrassed or shy, which is the reason that... That's anime! But that's just how I thought she normally was. To think that she likes me? It's a strange thought. Yet inside I can't deny the feeling of happiness. The feeling of wanting to be with her. You're a good kid. I've always thought good kids deserve good news. Diverting my attention back to Mr. Irwood, who continues talking with a smile on his face. I've had some talks with my solicitor. Legal stuff, right? He told me that I'm likely to win custody of Stevie. My wife is known to have the best mental health record. Good that I don't have a mental health record because I have the worst mental health record. Woo! So don't feel too down, kid. Stevie's going to stay? A wave of relief washes over me when that Stevie doesn't have to face her burdens. It's a pleasant thought. Even more so that I know how Stevie feels about me. Can't even describe what either of us would be feeling if we were separated. Have you told her yet? Not yet. I wanted to wait until the time was right. What does he mean? I think that telling her would be one of the first things he'd do. Boy, think about it. It's likely, but it's not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. What if he tells her that and then she's not allowed to stay? She's gonna hate her father for that because he's sad that she can stay. And she wants to stay. She should just say that in court. She wants to be with her father. She hates her mom. Fuck mom. That should at least give her even more chance to stay with her father and with us. And For days, Siri has been awash with agony, finding herself disillusioned in reality as she faces having her life. Bitch, we know about this since 1 day, but okay. But actually 3 days. By an uncontrollable force, it's odd. Can I ask you a favor? What? Take my daughter out on a date. Huh? It seems as if, huh? It's the only thing I can get out around this guy. He'd be so full of surprises. What's even more surprising is that Siri is still taking her time with putting her stuff away. Me and the father have been talking about her for quite a while. The father just asked me to go on a date with her, yet she's conveniently upstairs completely unaware of what's going on. Why are you so adamant about me and Siri? I reveal my thoughts to him. In no way I do not want to go out with Siri, it's just strange that the father is pushing us together. First he tells me she likes me, and now he's trying to get me to take her out. And father's supposed to be reluctant to let the guy date the daughter. Did you date my daughter? I'm going to kill you. What I said before, don't you remember? Especially when they've only known each other less than 2 weeks. Why it's not even been 1 week? It's just, Siri's never had many friends. To know that she managed to make one which she even likes. I don't want her to miss the opportunity. And hey, you're not a bad kid. I have no objections to you dating her. Reading these words, they're strange. Forged with thoughts which were never foreign, but the reality. The fuck am I trying to say right now? I cannot read words anymore. The fuck is wrong with me again? Thoughts which were never foreign, but the reality which certainly is new to me. Wait, everyone is asleep actually. Okay. I myself can't deny the feelings I felt for Siri, even if they were abstract for the most of the time. Now, presented with this, I'm assured of what those feelings were. Love. Finally, progress in his brain. The sound of footsteps resonate from the hallway, giving me and Mr. Irwood a clean sign to change the direction of our conversation. So, Sonny, how's school? Oh, it's been great. I'm back. Oh, Siri, sit down. I'll get dinner prepared for us. Walking out of the room, Sir Irwood leaves me with Siri, the girl which threw out my inner feelings. Seeing her now sitting before me with a slight frown as she looks downwards at the table, fiddling with her braids, makes my heart race. Mr. Irwood soon comes back into the room, carrying plates topped with dinner. Siri and I still sit in silence, each of us taking occasional glances towards the other without being directly bothered by it. As Siri's father places a place in front of me, the smell itself is enough. Wait, what? As Siri's father places a place in front of me, I am 1000% sure that author of this wanted to write places a plate in front of me because of the text. The smell itself of the plate is enough to signal the quality of it, of the plate. Last time his dinner was actually quite enjoyable, like Siri said. You know, plate, but okay. That's just me being a dick. It smells nice. And then you like his cooking. Breaking the wall between us, Siri finally speaks up, her face was still masked with sadness, possibly due to the events of what happened the first time I tried her father's cooking. Poisoned. Unbeknownst to her, though, it seems things are going to work out in the end. Mr. Irwood sits at his own seat and the three of us tuck into our meals, in between conversation at least. So, how did you two meet anyway? I don't think you've ever told me, Siri. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me tell this. Let me handle this. Siri's face is lit by embarrassment. Both of us recalling the events of that day. It's funny now to think that the chance event could bring us close to each other. They glance at Siri, signaling to her that she can explain everything to her father. God damn it. It's a cruel thing to do considering her timidity, for watching her explain it is going to be cute. Well, I taught my back on the way to school. My library card was left behind and he gave it back to me. Really? That's an odd way to meet someone. Mr. Harwood laughs at Siri's face increasingly widens. There are of course more details to it. If I hadn't decided to walk up to her in the cafeteria, then none of this would have happened. Siri's face still seems sorrowful, making her remember how we met, and she still thinks we might be leaving each other. Why hasn't he told her yet? Because it's never guaranteed, you fucking idiot, until the process is over. You don't wanna ruin your daughter's dreams and stuff, okay? You don't get this, boy, you're too young for this shit, but boy, don't you dare say anything or I'm going to kill you. That's Sonny, not the father, that's Sonny saying this. The ongoing stream of time flows forward, the three of us having finished our meals, and the clock itself reflecting how long I've actually stayed here. Which is ironic because every clock in this game doesn't have anything that shows what time it is. I didn't even tell my family where I'd be, so they're probably going to be either angry or inquisitive. I don't think any of them would actually be worried about where I am. I think it's getting a bit late. Yeah, I wouldn't want to keep you here for too long. It's been good to speak to you, Sonny. I think Siri should walk you to the door and say goodbye. Say my goodbyes here. Huh? Okay, thanks for the meal, Mr. Harwood. A pleasure. Siri is dull as ever, trails after me as I walk out into the hallway of the Harwood residence towards the front door. Our eyes lock. Siri still filled up with embarrassment, and myself filled with a newfound sense of direction. Siri, would you like to go somewhere with me tomorrow? After school, that is? You want somewhere? Yeah, I think it will be fun. Okay, sure. Siri still seems rather embarrassed. It was only days ago that she herself invited me to town. Despite not calling it a date, I still find myself attaching a connotation to this coming. Why do you use the word connotation? Made me trip over my own words. But I'm reading. I cannot read. I'm illiterate apparently. To this upcoming trip with her. And I'm a master reader, by the way. Just not speaking out loud what I'm reading. That's still really weird for me sometimes. But I love narrating shit like, oh, I narrated so much Monster Prom and the whole Question games from random studios. And yeah, I always take more time in those games, and in this one I almost feel like I'm rushing with the talk and what I'm saying and what I'm reading. Like I'm rushing everything. It feels like that, at least for me. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't plan on missing any opportunities with it. Anyway, I think I should get going. See you at school tomorrow, Siri. I'll try to make a swift exit, despite wanting to spend as much time with her as I can. Standing here with my heart pounding on my chest, sending my mind into frenzy. See you tomorrow. Stepping outside, I turn back to Siri and give her a smile, on which thankfully she returns, knowing that there's a future for us somewhere. It makes me feel content. Siri slowly shuts the door behind me as if trying to save her time together. Things for us have been quick, sure. Tomorrow I plan on changing the course of things for the both of us. Finally be there for Siri. He talks a lot about being, I don't know, even if she's no longer constrained by the burden of depression. I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be hard to wait. And we'll totally skip the whole parents part. Unless we're gonna talk about breakfast about it, and we never met our parents at the evening time, which would be very unlikely to happen. But alright. Sounds of birds chirping wake me up earlier than I'd expect to. My new alarm clock is quite good in that sense, but I find that I want to wake up as early as possible. Gives me time to get myself ready for another day, with today in particular being of enough importance for me to want to experience it. Today, a day which would have otherwise been a plain and generic day, is the day to take Siri out on a date. Even though I never call it that, that's what it seems like. My father even told me to take her out on one, so in a way, I feel it is. More importantly, this is the day I'll tell Siri my feelings. Oof. Oof. Better be a good date then. The ones which I've had for a while, all without realizing them because I'm apparently a fucking idiot. But who am I to talk? Who am I to talk actually thinking about? Thinking about my love life? God. God. I am not allowed to talk whatsoever, let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. I should not be a person to talk about love life like that when I'm an idiot myself. But not that kind of idiot, but another kind of idiot. Surprisingly worse kind of idiot. Now though, whenever I think about her, my heart races, energized by my passion, my desire. My desire to be with her. It's a strange feeling, one which I've never had before, but I embrace it. After taking the time to freshen myself up, which involves the usual morning routine of a shower and teeth cleaning, I make my way downstairs to have breakfast. So far, these are things I would normally do. They are unlikely to change as well. However, the only notable difference today is the keen smile I keep on my face as I continue to feel a rush of emotion. I'm yawning, but I just woke up like not too long ago after an 8-hour sleep. In the dining room, as you'd expect, my family sat around the table. Well, my mother and father at least. Unsurprisingly, my sister is still either in bed or slowly waking up. Joining my parents at the table, I reflect on the situation Siri had found herself in. She may not be able to experience having both parents with her, but now she can finally stop worrying about leaving one for the other, especially when she doesn't even like her mother. Still don't know whether her father has told her yet, for I should be able to tell when I see her. Sight I look forward to. What are you so happy about, son? Isn't he allowed to be happy? Why do you have to question him? I'm not questioning him, woman. I'm just asking him why he's so cheerful. But it is questioning me. Still I feel as I should answer him. I don't mind telling him why I'm happy, just as long as I don't have to be specific about it. I'm going out later. I see, my boy. I see, boy. Good for you. Good for you. Go for it, tiger. Instead of intensely badgering me for more information, my father refrains and provides me with a quick stare before giving me a smile and says, "Go for it, tiger. Go for it, tiger." Alright, son. Go for it. Strange. It's because I told him I was going to Siri's house the other day? I don't know. I will give him a good reason not to ask me whether I was going with a girl. It's already assumed that I will be. Neither of us continues speaking, giving the opportunity for my sister to rather abruptly sit down beside me. As expected, it looks as if she has had a bad day already. Her lethargy is all too apparent as it contrasts with my upbeat mood. She really doesn't do well in the mornings. What time is it? Looking at my watch, I realize it's about time I left, even though my sister goes to the same school. I find myself leaving earlier than her most days. Oh, of course, I've had even more of a reason for doing so recently. It's almost 25 past. Shouldn't you be leaving then? Yeah, I should be. Getting up, I grab my bag and head towards the door. My sister, still in her typical monotonous voice, calls out to me one last time. Tell the girl you're meeting I said hi. How does she know about Siri? How wouldn't she know about Siri is the better question. Come on. First of all, you asked her about what to do when women are depressed. Second of all, you told your father about it. Third of all, what the fucking fuck? Third of all, if she goes to the same school, she probably heard about it. Fourth of all, fucking fuck. Anyway, still I don't have the time to question her. She does go to the same school as me, so it's more than likely that she's seen hanging me around with her. I feel like I haven't thought about it until now. I'll see you later. Ignoring her request, I make my way out of the door, despite being a bit late leaving. Should still get there on time. It's the emotional drive that's pushing me forward. A pounding heart, my anxiety, the light sweat on my brow as the morning sunlight meets my face. All of the symptoms of my longing for Siri, my love for her. I couldn't see her sooner. The late September sunlight shines down upon me as I stroll down the street with passion put into each step. It's autumn though. To me it still feels like summer. The frivolous attitude people can have towards life really kicks in at this time of year. At least for students like us anyway. Since we follow a Western curriculum, the school year had only started a few weeks ago. Nobody is really taking it seriously. To think that the experiences after returning from the summer break, being able to walk with a slight pang of nervousness as I go to meet the girl that I've grown to love. All with my heart beating in a lively rhythm as I get closer and closer to the point in which we'll meet. The point where we first met. She's not wearing her glasses, I just realized. Wait, she wore glasses, right? Wait, did she wear glasses? Yes. No, yeah. Wait. Did she wear glasses in the start of the game? Wait a second. Am I high? I'm unsure. I'm not sure about it at all anymore. Anyway, let's keep going. I continued walk brings Siri into my sight, causing my heart to speed up as I watch her diligently play with clothes as if trying to make herself appear presentable. One thing which is made apparent is she distinct change of her style. Her hair, rather than being done in the cute braided manner I've become used to seeing, now flows downwards towards the floor, each strand glowing in the morning sun. A notable pair of glass. Yes! So I'm not on drugs. I am not on drugs. She is wearing glasses. I am not on drugs. Let's fucking go. I'm a fucking idiot. But let's fucking go. The notable pair of glasses she wears seems to be missing as well. It's a striking contrast to how she normally looks, but it's not as if I haven't seen her like this before. The talk we had in her bedroom is all too memorable. As I approach her, she looks towards me with a smile rather than expressing surprise at my appearance. Why would she surprised? Something about her seems different, disregarding the obvious change in image. Good morning, Sunny. How are you? I'm good. You look hot, Siri. I struggle with getting the words through my mouth as Siri stands right before me. It wasn't like this yesterday, but now that I know these feelings were early, seeing her overwhelms me. Thank you. I wanted to try something different. Sus. Ending her sentence with a beam of happiness, Siri looks towards me. She holds one arm with the other, almost as if she's nervous as well, both of us sharing the same feelings. Looking over her again, I feel as if this look suits as much as separates it. Admittedly, she did look cute there before, but today she seems just a little more mesmerizing. Maybe it's because of the affection I carry for her, but I know seeing her like this is something I will enjoy. That's if she keeps the look. One thing is on my mind though. How are you supposed to see without your glasses? Contact lenses. Contact lenses, boy. They exist, boy. Boy. Why are you mentioning this boy? Boy. Siri blushes, looking down at it for embarrassment. when I'm in school. Just I'm a little short-sighted is all. I can see you fine. That's all that matters. Wink. Ooh. Good line, by the way. The line sends a flood of emotions through my mind, causing me to feel flustered. An expression which connects the two of us. Siri looks at me timidly. Oh, I can feel something in her eyes. Is there difference? Did he tell her? Oh boy. Shall we get going then? Yeah, let's go. The two of us walk side by side, something which we would usually be doing. Now, however, I feel as if the bridge in between us had gotten shorter and shorter. The days when she was away, feeling sad, are now behind us. Her newfound happiness seems to give me enough of an indication that she now knows that she no longer needs to feel troubled, that she has a future here. Today I plan on crossing the bridge to her heart. God, the lines are so cheesy sometimes. The final minutes of class soon approach, my heartbeat acting as a metronome as time continues forward, soon to face the lunch bell. I haven't been able to think about anything but Siri all day. After seeing the cute way she gave me after we split up to get our respective classes, I've been dying to see her again. On hearing the chimes that mark the start of lunch, I stand up quickly enough to gain the attention of several classmates around me. I don't have time to be concerned about it though. The more time I spend here, the less I spend time with Siri. Walking out of the door, I expect to see her cute face waiting for me, as she usually does. However, in the corridor stands only the usual crowds of students waiting for their friends. Siri isn't one of them. Instinct tells me to check her classroom, taking me down the corridor towards their room. I could have sworn that some of the people back there were in her class though. Sunny, there you are. Thought I'd missed you. Oh. She approaches from behind, startling me slightly as I had assumed she would have been in the classroom rather than trailing after me. Where were you? Oh, sorry, I was in a call with my father. Are we out to the cafeteria? Weirdly, she seems even happier than she was this morning. That's strange. I would have assumed that Mr. Earwood had told her earlier, given by how energetic she seemed when compared to yesterday. Maybe it's because she's going on a date with you, you fucking idiot. Idiot! However, now it's like I'm facing a Siri filled with newfound spirit. Just what did he tell her during that call? Siri and I turned down the corridor to begin a time together at lunch. She still carries a beam of happiness across her face. It's a nice sight, for I'm used to see her smiling timidly with a blush. If I did tell her, I would have assumed she would have told me. Or maybe not. She doesn't even know that I'm aware of the custody issue. Maybe that's why she hasn't said anything. Either way, I'm glad Siri is finally free of worry and can be happy again. The only issue now is to get closer to her, close enough for her to hear my feelings. As we enter the cafeteria, it's hard for me to act calm. My mind continues to spin whenever I look in her direction. Shouldn't have taken this long to get to the cafeteria, but maybe my sense of time is flowing ever so slower. It's hard to act calm around her now that my feelings are in control. Given that there are no issues stopping her heart from binding, just a matter of time before I let them out. Going by her father's words, she must be feeling something too. She must be forcing herself to act with passion, as if to make an impression. Passion impression, there we go. Not really needed, but it's cute to see her do so. Her father can be trusted, then us coming together is inevitable. It's inevitable. You cannot escape anymore. You cannot marry my daughter no matter what, boy. I'm right behind you, boy. I'm in this cafeteria. I called her to let you know that I already made marriage arrangements. And if you're not gonna marry my daughter, I'm going to kill you. Eventually, school ends on a rather usual note, after her dad was right behind me. If it wasn't for my outing with Siri, I would usually be feeling pretty apathetic at this point. During lunch, neither of us really spoke to the other, despite Siri's prior confidence. I think inside both of us know that getting our feelings out is going to be a difficult task. Hopefully this date can provide the groundwork for us to forge our relationship. School bell rings, pumping up the speed of my heart. I know there is something I've wanted for a while, something I've longed for. Hopefully I can get it done effectively. Hopefully I can bring us together. Outside stands Siri, waiting for me as usual, with a slight blush on her face. She knows as much as I do that we're about to embark on a journey that will change us. And whoever gives in first, that will truly set things off.
Shall we get going?
Yeah. And I told her where I wanted to take her. What I said was, would you like to go somewhere with me? Hindsight tells me that choosing something for us to do, just to set an atmosphere, would have been a good idea. However, I think that neither of us really cared much. We just want to spend time together. Maybe I have to make a choice here. Because this guy could be needed. Starting at a slow pace through the corridor, I feel something grasp my hand. Did she? Really?
Sorry. I got used to you taking me places like that.
Oh. we reversed the roles. I mean, we did this a while ago, but it's getting more apparent for even him. Like, the roles are reversed. She's confident, and now we are the shy one. No, I know I have to start like, oh, and not like. Nervousness strangles my voice. I can't get anything out. Part of me wants to I just read I love you. And I'm like, oh god. Part of me wants to just take hold of her hand. Part of me wants to tell her right now, I love you. But something is stopping me from doing it. Something stopping me from moving forward. We arrive in the center of town together, after spending a long period of the journey passively giving each other an occasional glance. An awkward, but somehow enjoyable atmosphere, one that's always been between us. There's never been a moment where I haven't enjoyed spending time with her. Just now there's a lot more attention on that very aura that crosses between us and our hearts. The late afternoon sun provides a canopy of tranquility. The two of us remain silent as we look towards one another. I'd love to know what she's thinking right now. Can't be any different than what's going through my mind. Siri is the one to break the silence.
Well, we're here. Oh, what should we do?
Although I was the one to invite her out here on the advice her father gave, I still have no idea as to what I should do with her. Anything that involves spending time with her, I'm bound to find pleasurable. Is there anything you wanted to do, Siri? I think I've just about managed to control the uneasiness in my voice.
I just want to spend time with you.
Wait. That's like me and Kirby deciding what we're gonna do if we're doing something. It's just like, he's not saying I just want to spend time with you. It's not. It's just like me and Kirby are always like, I'm like, what do you want to play? He's like, do you want to play? And we're just like, I don't know, I don't care. And he's like, I don't care either. And then we're just stuck for like 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes of silence. Nothing's happening. And I just always list all the games that we both have, and then we just let him decide for one or spin a wheel or fuck's sake. If we would be on the same Valorant, I would say we play more Valorant, but otherwise maybe some Overwatch. I unlock Ramatra right now. Yes, Ramatra is the name. I kept saying Rafam for a while because I guess there's a Rafam in not in Overwatch, in Hearthstone / World of Warcraft. But yeah, Ramatra is the new Overwatch, and otherwise we have Stano, which we haven't played a while, but there's also going to be a new... Wait, actually isn't it online already? Both of us have come to the same conclusion. Really don't care what it is we do, as long as we do it together. Siri blushes at him. That's a bad start. Siri blushes at her own statement, causing me to feel a sense of warmth inside. This feeling is usually described as having butterflies in the stomach. I must be going pretty crazy then. Each second we spend together causes me to adore her more. A deep sense of affection flowering from the seed she had placed in my heart. Okay, should we go for a walk? Siri nods her head, looking at me with sense of emotion. Her eyes are fixed on me, for I can't deny mine being fixed on her. We start to walk again, making our way further into town. Siri's golden hair flows down her back, ruffled around periodically by slight breezes passing. It makes her all the more attractive. Hey, we're in the park. Nice. It looks actually pretty nice. Our unplanned stroll takes us together to a part of a town famed by students as the date spot. Numerous couples can be seen enjoying the view of the city, instances of people falling in love.
I want to tell you something.
Sylvie walks ahead of me, quickly turning back to face me with her reddened face. Instead of directing her eyes away as she normally would, she locks them with mine.
I wanted to thank you for being there for me. Recently, I've been going through a lot.
Words flow from Siri's mouth, a river of emotion with the source deep within her heart. I have a feeling as to what she's going to tell me, for I appreciate being able to hear each, every word. Experience I knew she had gone through told from her own perspective, her very words.
I knew things weren't going well with my parents. They were going through a divorce.
I nodded in response to her words. I don't want to interrupt her.
My mother wanted to take me away. It hurt me. Thought I'd have to leave my father. Thought I'd have to leave you. I didn't want to do that. But now, I'm happy. I was told I was going to stay with my father. I'm happy because I finally get to tell you. Oh.
Whoa. The fuck just... Why does she look so... What? What the fuck just happened to... What? What? Why does she look so different now? What the fuck just happened? But okay.
I love you.
She once again lifts her eyes, looking towards me with a sense of embarrassment on her face. Her feelings released from her heart. Inside, it makes me happy. One of us was bound to let our feelings known to the other at some point today. Now that it's finally happening, part of me feels content, overwhelmed with the emotion of love, both my own and Siri's.
It's been like that for a while. Gave me the opportunity to speak to someone, to feel this way. That's why I had to tell you. ...
Siri stands still, almost frozen as she breathes heavily. Watch her tremble slightly as she continues looking in my direction, playing with the end of her hair as it rests down her side. Oh gee, jolly, I wonder if she's nervous if you love her too or something like that. Oh. I mean that too, but... Why, look, and that's just... okay. Tomorrow Ghost causes her skirt to flap around, quickly pushed down by her left hand. Now that she's reached out to me, I feel as if it's time to do the same, to tell her how I feel. I'm happy, Siri. Because, well, I love you too.
Ah?
Siri looks up in surprise, her face still red and shines in the afternoon sun, from where she had been sweating from nervousness. Just spending time with you, I realized what it was I was looking for. I was able to find something in those moments, the moments I've enjoyed. That's why, Siri, I wanted to thank you too. Both of us here together have managed to become different people. Before, Siri was a timid girl, her feelings, her thoughts locked inside because of bad experience. Being bullied, her parents going through a divorce, all of it was painful for her. To think that she managed to find something in me, a wonderful feeling. On the other hand, before I met her, I was just a new transfer. Nobody really showed much of an interest in me. Meeting her gave me the chance to connect with someone, to change my outlook on life. That's why I'm glad I met her.
I'm so happy. Can't believe it.
Don't worry, you're not dreaming. Siri smiles at me, a smile more than once, of simple gratitude, one filled with love.
I'm glad our feelings are mutual.
Me too. I was going to confess to you today, but you beat me to the punch. For the past 2 weeks we've managed to form something together. It's a short amount of time when looking back, but I don't think I'll ever forget the events which have brought us together. From meeting her by chance on the street to being able to fall in love. It's a cliche, but it's one which I cherish. Both of us are happy that we were able to make that connection. Now, it's time for us to move forward. The virtual relationship, the events, the troubles are now in the past. What we have to do now is clear. In the end, okay, we have to be there. Sorry. We have to be there for each other. An easy task considering how much we enjoy spending time together. In the end, we're glad that we were able to hear one another. The sounds of our love, the girl I love, Siri. Even the locked sounds of
Thank
your
you.
love. Oh, the voice acting. You're welcome. I mean, all of you too. ES sounds. The Siri voice actor, Sunny Wolf. Hey, we did it, but there's a secret. There's still a DLC that I have to play. I know, what? But I have no clue what's gonna happen in the DLC and what it's about. Music. I know this guy. I think all of us know this guy at some point in our YouTube careers. Which makes everyone more calm and happy that it is him. Because that makes it clear that the music is not copyrighted. Which makes everyone happy, like Aaron McLeod. Or whatever we call him. But however you say his name, is a legend. He made some very famous songs that have been used in YouTube history. And some other songs too in video games. And Tara knows how many songs he made in the past time. I haven't kept up with the years, so there must be an incredible amount of songs that he has made by now. There were like 1 or 2 or 3 that were really famous in YouTube Germany also. What the fuck is wrong with my mic? Sorry guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. I did for sure enjoy the game. My mic stand, I fixed it really quick. And yeah. That's pretty much what happened, so I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you enjoy, guys. And girls, whatever you prefer. And I'll see you all guys in the next video. We're gonna play, I don't know, there's 3 games that it's choosing right now. It will either gonna be Dying Light. What were the others? More Sekiro. Because we already started playing Sekiro, but we got interrupted. Almost. When did we get interrupted? Oh, at 9/11. My favorite holiday in 2022. We actually got interrupted. By Tasha while starting to play it, or more One Piece, because I haven't actually played one of those 3 games. I haven't played this for quite a while, and I wanna either finish one of One Piece or Sekiro to start with Dying Light actually. So let's see how this goes, and I'll see you all guys in the next video. Until then, live a good life.